Hello, this is my screencast for the assignment where I'll be showing my code and going over it. So mine is a modified version of the socket server and socket client code that included all of the things that we needed for having it work with the Q&A game. Right here's the socket server, which handles all of the logic, prints out the strings and the messages. The connection code is pretty much except for the changes for the default port, which is set to 8080, which is how it was supposed to be set. But everything else here is all logic that I added in. This reads in the first two messages, the name and the number of questions. This handles if you want to put start, and then this handles the actual answers for the questions. This is all the loop for the logic for the game. The game can go up to 10 rounds, and it's just a simple Q&A game. It checks your answers. If you have the wrong answer, you can't progress. If you type it next, you can progress. Here's how it checks for the question or for the answer, and writes out correct. And then we see the client code, which again is a modified version of the Java socket client code. We have changed the port to default 8080, like I was asked, or what was asked in the document. We're grabbing the name of the player, and then if exit is ever typed here or throughout when the questions are read later, it'll exit the game. The name is received. It will ask you how many questions, and it tells you max 10. And then if you enter 0, it's an invalid, so it checks for if it's entered 0 and if it has to be higher than 0. And then we have this is the phase counter. This is the loop that actually handles reading the questions. Reading the inputs. So it's just the string, and then you're printing out the string so you can see what's being typed, and then it's writing that to the object after. And then this is just the two catching connection exception and the exception message print, and then closing the sockets. Okay, so we're going to run the program now, and as was in the documentation, you can just type in run Gradle run server. You open up a new window. This is going to get going. Do Gradle run client. You see it has the server ready and waiting for connection. And then we run the client. So it's going to ask you, what is your name? Carlos. How many questions would you like? Let's do 10 so you can see all of them. See here you have the answers printed for grading, and then you see whenever you receive the string is printing out what you're receiving, so you know what's going on. Right, start, and then you can just play the game. You have the answers there, so it'll check. You can type in the wrong one, it'll be wrong, and correct. So it checks for if the question is correct. It also works with typing in next. So if you type in next, it'll just show you the next question. And you can just keep going and going. Got 2 left, 131, 150. And then you can play your game again. Type in your name to play again. And you can go ahead and play the game again. So I could not get my custom protocol code to work, and the video or the documentation said that if it was not working, you'd get a 0, so I didn't want to include anything. So this is what I had that was working. I thank you for watching the video, and have a nice day.